Hello there, this video is about the lore of Infectious Smile on Roblox. If you don't know the game, I will give you a rundown. Or you could just go and play it, but I will still tell you what you do in the game. So, you start as a survivor, so Yama start there, you spawn in a safe zone. You can grab some weapons to fight your hostiles, the smilers can grab you, and unless you have a knife or gun or a mate to help you out, you're dead, even faster if they get you to an infecting light. An infecting light is a light that, as a survivor, if you touch, you will become a smiler. But as a survivor avoiding all of that, you make it past the few levels that there are, and you should probably get any weapons there, but at the end, there is a wall which is kinda short but is known as the fortress. And then you can wait for the mountain to collapse. Play it yourself if you want to know more about gameplay. Anyways, here is the lore part. There are 3 sections, maybe 4. The first section is explaining a gameplay mechanic but explaining the lore. Then a group of survivors, then what maybe started this. But for section 1, this takes place in the mountain. A few scientists needed to do some experiments, as they do. That's the job. So they start construction on a project to see what happens when particles are put under extreme condition. It takes them a while to build it and they log it down in a terminal. They finally get done making it and do their test, and it goes well. But the seismic activity increases, making it too risky to try again. Then, someone tried attacking them. He was neutralized but seemed really happy while attacking. And then more people like him attacked and they had to shut the project down because of it. That's the story, that's what happens, and what we can take away from that is the reason the mountain collapses so much is because of them. Now, time for section 2, the group of survivors. It's hard to see where this story starts or ends, but some people set up camps there, and they know of the smilers, they know to defend themselves from them. And there are a few people of interests, and the names are underlined. Sam and Tom are the only people that may mean something. Let's start with Tom here. As you can see by the note, he saw something on the back of a door that looks a lot like the one from Light Lab, an area we are gonna cover more later. He went insane after seeing that, but it never says what it was by insane. Possible first victims. I do not know that yet, considering everything else, I don't think so. And he is dead. After he went insane, he did die at some point or something like that. We can see that by the wall with a list of names on it.
His name is crossed out, which means he is dead. We know that means that because usually it does, and also a note saying that Even had died and Evan's name is crossed out.
On to our next dude that is named Sam. He is still alive, or we can assume so because his name is not crossed out. He is their technician and they know the cameras are what doing it, and he looks into them and they are just cams. They just are, but he is still alive, so he could have done other things with his time, like make things that help fend off the smilers. Like, maybe, a depressing light. That is an orange light that kills any smilers that walks through it. And there is one of those lights at that location too, so that means it is possible. Including the fact that they may have found the swamp of sadness, that its waters unsmiler people.
But there's no proof they even knew about that.
So that's just a theory, a Roblox game theory. We are still not done. They left at some point in time, I don't know when. But a few areas they could have gone to is the crane area, that has more depressing lights, a drawing on the wall that says that they are like winning and the smilers are losing to them. They may have gone to more places, I can't tell. That other part's even more of a Roblox game theory, but they may have found the end, the fortress. There is a depressing light there after all. But no other proof. There is also a safe in the first room area, but it just has a Tommy gun and a note saying they didn't want to leave behind weapons. Also, the Tommy gun accuracy sucks so much, every other gun is better than that one even though it's the hardest to get. Section 3 time. Nothing left for section 2, so we move on to where it could have started. I don't know the first location of this bigger story, but maybe they were around at once. Now, there is this faction of researchers. I don't think these guys made the Tesla project, because they seem to be on the side of the smilers. They seem to have made the infecting light, or maybe, made Tom the first victims by putting the code on the door. That door looks a lot like the one from the Light Lab, which is also where the name kinda spells it out for you, Light Lab, infecting light. I think we found one of the starting places. There's even a researcher there, with some white light in a bottle. On the desk. He is behind some lasers to protect him from everything too.
And there is a basement-like level, which the floor could be an infection light or a depressing light, depending when a button nearby is pressed.
Maybe they made the depressing lights, but that wouldn't make much sense because that kills what they are helping. I do know they are not good people for the surveyors because of the lab level. They made a giant robot only humans can fight. We can see a researcher on the scene of that, maybe even a few. And with all that, I think we can say that those guys made the Smiler's infection, the Light Lab, the door, the lab. I think we can come to the conclusion.
And that's about it. Like and sub if you liked it, because I have another game like this one to make a lore video on, notes included.
I hope you liked it, and remember, this is just a theory, a Roblox game theory. First time making a script, sorry if it's all over the place.